Good afternoon, students. I hope all of you have done well in this examination. In fact, we have discussed this topic in our counseling session also, and there I cleared all the doubts. So I hope you did well. So let's see the solution of today's question paper. So the first question, which is there, the germ theory of disease was put forth by Robert Koch. It was put forth by Robert Koch because before that Anton Leeuwenhoek, who actually first made the simple microscope and who is known as father of bacteria, father of microbiology, and Robert Koch what he invented, that the germs are actually causes the diseases. So first option A is correct. The option A is correct. Robert Koch. See the second question. Typhoid fever is caused by. Typhoid fever is a bacterial disease. Typhoid is a bacterial disease, and it is caused by Salmonella typhimurium. So in option B you can see Salmonella is there. So it is caused by Salmonella typhimurium. And Escherichia coli in option D. Escherichia coli, it is present in human intestine, and the pneumonia, it is also a fever, and that pneumonia is caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae. So here the question is typhoid fever is caused by. It is caused by Salmonella typhimurium. So B option is the answer. Next, third question. Bacteria were first discovered by. It was first discovered by father of bacteriology. Actually, the first of all, Anton Leeuwenhoek saw these bacteria in scraping or tooth scrapings, in bark of trees, in water droplets. He observed Anton van Leeuwenhoek. He actually made a handheld microscope, and with it is the smallest microscope which is having an eyepiece and lens. And with the help of this microscope he is able to see the microscopic size, and he saw the dazzling movement of the bacteria, and that then he named the bacteria as animalcules. So the D option, Anton van Leeuwenhoek, is the answer. Bacteria were first discovered by Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Next, the site of respiration in bacteria, it is mesosome, the cytoplasmic membrane, because it actually increases the surface area of the cell. The mesosome, if you remember the bacterial cell structure, I explained you that in the protoplasm is having having extensions like structure, finger-like projections, that is known as mesosome. And the function of mesosome is not only doing respiration, it also helps in photosynthesis, in cell division, in DNA replication. So for this purpose this mesosome is used. So here the question is the site of respiration in bacteria. So that is mesosome. Let's see once again the structure where the mesosome is actually present. This is the structure of bacteria, and this is cell wall, and this is protoplasm. Here this structure is called mesosome, and this also helps in the time of asexual reproduction, binary fission. When a single cell is duplicating, it is forming two cells, two offsprings are formed. At this place only, this mesosome only invaginates, and it helps in cell division and in DNA replication. But here respiration, it also helps in respiration. So mesosome is the answer. Next, which of the following fixes CO2 in carbohydrates? Rhodospirillum, the D option. If you see Rhodospirillum, because Rhizobium we know it fixes nitrogen. Bacillus rod-shaped bacteria, it does not, it fixes the carbon dioxide. So Rhodospirillum, it is a autotrophic, photoautotrophic. In photoautotropic, it takes energy from the sunlight, and carbon requirement, it is satisfied by the carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere. So answer D, Rhodospirillum, is correct. Next. Bacteria are considered as plants because, see, or there are 4 options, and why these are considered as plants. These have a rigid cell wall. The statement, of course, it is correct because bacteria is having a rigid cell wall which is made up of peptidoglycan, and that means with amino acid and polysaccharide it is made up of. Plant cell is also having cell wall. Animal cell we do not find cell wall. Fungi also having cell wall, which is chitinous, which is made up of chitin. So bacteria is also having cell wall, a rigid cell wall is present, and so it is considered as plant. They have green in color, but it exactly not because of that, and they can reproduce, of course, and they are present everywhere. Or some characters are correct, but here because of only this reason, this have a rigid cell wall, it is considered as plant. So A option is correct. In bacteria, DNA is enclosed in nucleus. Is this correct? No, because bacteria belongs to which kingdom? Monera kingdom. Kingdom Monera. And in kingdom Monera, this nucleus is incipient, because in nucleus is DNA is not enclosed by the nuclear membrane. So it is naked DNA is present. So that is not correct. DNA is scattered, not scattered. DNA is double stranded and ringed. So double stranded structure and ring like DNA is present. So C option is correct. Next, the chief component of bacterial cell wall is. A bacteria is having cell wall that I explained you, and it is also having glycocalyx layer, and the cell wall is made up of many amino acids, and the amino acid and polysaccharides, which is known as peptidoglycan. So the C answer we can find amino acid and polysaccharides. So answer C is correct. Cellulose and pectin. Cellulose and pectin we will find in this thing we find in plants, and chitin, cellulose and chitin, cellulose algae also having cellulose wall, and chitin wall is present in fungi. So carbohydrates and cellulose not correct. Amino acid and polysaccharides. So C option is correct, suitable answer. Bacteria whose cell has only a curve, oblique or comma is it. Comma type of bacteria or curve like structure. That means in this type the structure is comma like, that means this type of structure. It is called which type? See, according to the structure there are 4 types: cocci, bacillus, spirillum or spirally. Spirally is the plural, spirillum singular word. Similarly bacilli, cocci and vibrio. Cocci means the coccus bacteria, it is round shaped, round structure, spherical bacteria which is devoid of flagella. That is called cocci bacteria. And bacillus, it is rod shaped bacteria, elongated bacteria, rod shaped structure. Spirillum or spirally, it is spirally coiled bacteria. And the vibrio, it is comma shaped bacteria, or we can say curved type of bacteria. And Delovibrio is one of the example I have told you, that it purifies the river water Ganga, the holy water of Ganga. In this water this bacteria is present, and it attacks bacteria which is present, other bacteria which is present in the river water, and makes it purifier. So this is the A option is the answer. I hope you understood. Next, 10th question, see, plasmids are. So plasmids are present, virus, new microorganisms, and what are these? Extra chromosomal genetic material or none of this. So if you remember the structure of bacteria, in the internal structure we have seen the bacteria is having a genophore, and that genophore is in naked form because it is not surrounded by nuclear membrane, and double stranded genetic material is present. Other than this genophore, other than this genetic material, another circular DNA is present, and that circular DNA is called plasmid. these plasmids are artificial also. Plasmids can be made also. So artificial plasmids are also present. So circular type of plasmid extra chromosomal genetic material. Other than genophore, if any other genetic material is present, any other DNA is present, that is called plasmid. And the bacteria which is having plasmids, they are considered as F plus cells or donor cells, and the bacteria which are not having plasmid, they are considered as F minus cell recipient cells. So answer is C. Answer option C is the answer. Extra chromosomal genetic material. Now let's see the next 11th question. Bacteria bearing flagella all over the body are called. So depending upon the number of flagella and where they are situated on the bacterial body, depending upon the number, how many flagellas are there on the body of the bacteria, and at which place they are situated, depending upon that, the bacteria is again categorized into 4 main types according to your book. So number 1, here bacteria bearing flagella all over the body. So here see first type. What is A trichus? Trichus, trichome. Trichus means trichome. Trichome means flagella. A trichus means it is not that having only A means single, not. Trichome, that without flagella. It is devoid of flagella, which generally we find in coccus type, round shaped bacteria. So A trichus without flagella. And monotrichus means bacterial cell is having only one flagella, mono, single, having single trichome, single flagella. And cephalotrichus, it is also another name of lophotrichus. More than 1, 2 or 3 or a bunch of flagella is present at one side of the bacterial cell. So like in this manner, A trichus, this is round bacteria without flagella. Second one is monotrichus. Monotrichus, that means this is bacteria and one side only one flagella is present. It is monotrichus. And again cephalotrichus, lophotrichus, we can say one side of the cell more than 2, 3. A tuft of flagella is present, that is called lophotrichus or cephalotrichus. And what is peritrichus? All over the body, if the flagellas are distributed like in this manner, that is called peritrichus. So here what is the question? Bacteria bearing flagella all over the body are called peritrichus. So answer is peritrichus, option A. Bacterial ribosomes are present. Where do we find this ribosome? See, bacteria, it is prokaryotic, and in prokaryotic ribosomes, which type of ribosomes are present? 70S type, 50S plus 30S configuration. So 70S type of ribosome is found in prokaryotes. And in eukaryote, this is the difference, this is the distinguishing thing also in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. And in eukaryotes, 80S type of ribosome we see. So, and these ribosomes are present in cytoplasm. Cell, in the cell, cytoplasm is there, in that ribosome is present. So A option is correct. And the next 13th question, see, when cocci are present in the bunch, they are called cocci, that means coccus bacteria, that means round shaped bacteria are present in different forms, different types. First is, if it is present singly, that is called monotrichus. If 2 round shaped bacteria are present, that is called diplococcus. 2 diplococcus. If there are 4 round shaped bacteria, that is called tetracoccus. And if a chain of round shaped bacteria present, in a chain, they are arranged in a chain like manner, they are arranged, that is called streptococcus or streptococci. And if they are arranged irregularly and in bunch, in irregular form or in bunch, that is called Staphylococcus. So here the question is, when cocci are present in the bunch, they are called Staphylococcus. So answer is Staphylococcus. And Streptobacillus means rod-shaped bacteria arranged in a chain. I hope you understood. Which of the following is used as green manure? Here, see, nostoc. In C option, you can find it is a cyanobacteria, belongs to Cyanophyceae family and Cyanophyceae class, and it is having phycocyanin. And these nostoc, they increase the fertility of the soil. So, which of the following is used as green manure means nostoc is the answer. C is the answer. Now, 15th question. Which of the following are extreme halophiles and thermophiles? See, in Archaebacteria, halophiles are present. Halophiles means extreme salty conditions. They grow in extreme salty lakes. And thermophiles in hot water, in hot springs. Comes under Archaebacteria. These type of bacteria are having halophiles, thermophiles, and methanogenes. Methanogenes we can find in cattle yard. So Archaebacteria is the example. Answer C is the answer. Next. In bacteria, the most resistant stage: capsulated vegetative cell, newly divided cell, endospore stage, or torula stage. See, here C in endospore stage. Why? Because asexual reproduction, if you remember, the asexual reproduction takes place in favorable condition if the conditions are favorable at that time, with binary fission is taking place. That means one bacterial cell is dividing into two in 20 minutes and it is forming two offsprings. That is when favorable conditions are there. But in unfavorable condition, what happens? The binary fission is not taking place at that time. The cell contents which is present in the bacterial cell, that those cell contents are accumulated and they thick a wall around it. A thick wall is secreted around it, and that is the very much resistant to everything. So endospore formation stage. So C option is correct. Resistant stage is endospore because in unfavorable condition it is reproducing. And next 17th. Bacteria are found to be primitive organism because why they are primitive? Because they possesses incipient nucleus. What is the term incipient nucleus means? Incipient means they are naked, having naked DNA, not having membrane bound DNA structure. Nucleus is not surrounded by nuclear membrane. And show amitotic division. Amitotic division means spindle fibers are not formed. Such division, amitotic division. So D option is right. Next. The nitrifying bacteria. 18th question. If you see the nitrifying, the bacteria are chemosynthetic. That because these are chemoautotrophs, chemosynthetic, they get energy by oxidizing the inorganic substances. So chemosynthetic. D option is correct. Which of the following can be the use of microorganism? Which of the following can be the use of microorganisms? Preparation of food and food additives. Next, production of alcoholic beverages. Next, therapeutic compounds. All of the above can be used of microorganism. And for the disease, for the therapies, for the disease also, and the preparation of food and enhancing the food taste also, production of alcoholic beverages also. For all these things, microorganisms are used. So option D is correct. Next. Glycocalyx of fibers on some bacteria which is so present is made up of. It is made naturally in the bacterial cell wall. Polysaccharides are present. I have told you the cell wall is made up of amino acid, number of polysaccharide, and the wall is by peptidoglycan. and the glycocalyx layer is outside of the cell wall, so it is made up of polysaccharide. So option C is correct. So 20 question today we have discussed the solution of today's question paper. I hope all of you have understood this well, and now you are satisfied also with the solutions. Now Zoology sir is here to discuss the today's paper with you. Thank you very much, students.
Yes, very good afternoon, student. I hope today you performed very well, right? So let us discuss today's zoology key, right? I hope you performed very well today. Let us discuss. Just a minute. So So this is about today's question paper, right? So you are already performed. I mean, you are already performed very well. I hope so, right? So let us discuss about the first one. The word ecosystem was coined by A.G. Tansley. Okay, the correct option it is that A.G. Tansley. The correct option it is a B. And the ecosystem of Earth is known as the biome, first option. The second option community, and the third option is a biosphere, and the fourth option is a association. Students, the ecosystem of Earth is generally composed of lithosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. These are three constitutive form. It is biosphere. So the ecosystem of Earth is represent biosphere. So it's not a biome, it's not a community, right? The third question you can see, student, all ecosystem have no boundary because you can see the options are given here. They require the mineral for their functioning. No, it is not at all correct option for this is a no boundary, because it's not correct reason according to our question. So the next one is they cannot occur in functioning. So that's why it is a no boundary. The ecosystem have no boundary because they cannot occur in the functioning, right? So another important thing is the correct option for the third option is B. Next one. An ecosystem is composed of, actually it is given some A to D is some statement is given here. So what are they? So producers, A producers, B primary consumer, C secondary consumer, D decomposers, and in all of this find out the highest level of energy is in. So what is your option it is? So you can consider about the producers, right? In the producers what we observe now, there is always it is capture the solar energy and convert into a chemical energy. And coming to the primary consumer, it is obtain the food from the producers, where the secondary consumer obtain the food from the primary consumer, and decomposers is nothing but it is a dead and decaying organic matter, okay, of plant and animal, right? So here the correct option for this ecosystem is composed of highest level of energy is represent A only, right? So the other one is fifth question you can see, student. So the type of food chain in which organic matter decomposed is converted into energy rich compound is called detritus food chain. So you already know about this one is that. So whenever the organic matter decomposed material it is comes in your mind, there is no doubt at all it is represent detritus food chain. So this is a type of food chain is involves organic matter is decomposed is converted into energy rich compound. That energy rich compound it is required for plant development. So the correct option for the fifth question is A. So coming to the grazing food chain, it's not at all involve any the organic matter are converted into energy. Even the cybernetics and none of the above. So this is all of these are wrong options. So fifth one is A is the correct option. Next one, student, this is a very very important question for the NEET point of view also. This is definitely they will ask this type of question, definitely they will ask no. So now you can see the best arrangement of energy system consists of hawks, mice, snakes and grasses. So now we can see the question now. A is actually producers. Okay, option A you can see this is about the producer, grass producer, and followed by mice, it's a primary consumer followed by secondary consumer, and followed by another one is tertiary consumer. So this is our best what is that? It is a best example, the best arrangement of the energy system in the food chain. So this is a correct option. Now you can see, student, B option you can see carefully. Grass is followed by snake, hawk and snake is there no. So B is incorrect no. So the grass is followed by mice is a correct. Hawk is actually the tertiary consumer and followed by secondary consumer is there no. So this is a not at all correct or proper arrangement in this case. So okay, and now you can see the mice is given here, the first one, snake, hawk, and the last one is the grass is given. So student, the B, C, D, it is a incorrect option for this arrangement of the energy system, right? So the correct option it is A only. Next one, the food chain refers to, this is also very easy question no. What are the option is given? A number of human beings forming a chain for food. No, it is an incorrect option. Food chain is actually what is that? It is a naturally formation, naturally part of in the ecosystem, right? So this is a not at all not involved any human being involvement. Now you can see the another B option. You can see the transfer of food energy from producers to consumer. What type of consumer you have observed? Primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumer. So this is a correct option for a food chain definition. Now we can see the C option. Animals near as sources of food. No, this is also not at all correct option. So the correct option for the food chain refers to is B is our correct option. Next one. Energy flow in ecosystem is represent. It is always, you can see the pyramid of pyramid. Okay, pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, pyramid of energy. So in this all this case we discuss about the what about the something is we discuss about the aquatic and pond water. Some pyramid of pyramid it is to be represent inverted. Some pyramid is represents the upright. But in case of the pyramid of energy, it is always in the ecosystem is always represent that is unidirectional only. So this is a direct question, student. So eighth one is the correct option is A. The next question for the ninth one. According to Wadham is actually the scientist. So the percentage of the net primary production of total light intake, that is a net NPP. So let us talk about the NPP. So NPP means it is a because of the photosynthesis, the food is stored in the storage of the food material by the process of the photosynthesis in the producers. That is a definition for the net primary production. So in this question they will ask you the percentage of the net primary production of a total light intake. So that is answer would be only 1% only, remaining 9%. That means 90% would be lost. It is also applicable for the what is that? The thermodynamics, the second law of thermodynamics. It is also called the Lindemann law, right? Next one, 10th question. If the primary producers are absent from any ecosystem, which of the following will occur? So what they're talking about, the primary producers, that means plant. So the plants are absent from any ecosystem. What is the following things will be occurs here? So now you can see both will be disintegrated because of the food absence. So now you can see herbivores will not be survive. No, it is not at all herbivores. It is also affect to the other animals also. Carnivores will not survive. It is also not a correct option. Now I can see both. That means both here means what? Herbivores and carnivore will not be disintegrated because of the food scarcity or food absence in the ecosystem. So no change will take place. This is the incorrect option. No. Students, you can observe now. So here the primary producers play an important role in the ecosystem. So that means if there is a lack of vegetation or poor vegetation in a particular ecosystem, so that primary producers, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and finally tertiary consumer will be lost at all, right? So next, the 11th question, you can see the pyramid of number for forest ecosystem is. They're talking about the pyramid of number. Okay, so that for forest ecosystem, that means land only, it is always both of the above. That means upright and as well as inverted. So the correct option for the pyramid of number for the forest ecosystem is C. Next one, the decomposers. What are the common example for the decomposers? Just recall, no? Bacteria and fungi, it is known as the decomposers. So the decomposers, it's a play an important role in the decomposition and is also involves the saprophytic nutrition, right? So what is the meaning of saprophytic nutrition? So here it is obtain the food material from the dead and decaying organic matter, that is called the saprophytic nutrition. What are the decomposers? Decomposers such as the bacteria and fungi that involve decomposition process. Now we are talking about the decomposers in a ecosystem constitute the following trophic level. They are asking about the which trophic level of the decomposers. The option would be, it is that T5. Okay, fifth trophic level. So T1, T3, T4, T5. So the correct option is the C, T5. Next one, 13th one. In the parasitic food chain, which trophic level is represented? Bugs and lice. So the correct option, it is that BT3. It is a, what is that? It is a tertiary, it is a secondary trophic level, it is that. Okay, so second consumers, it is that. So bugs and lice, it comes under the food chain over here. It is a parasitic food chain example. Next, the other question is 14th question. Okay, the pyramid of biomass in a parasitic ecosystem is represent always upright. Always upright. Next, the dominant second trophic level in a lake ecosystem. I repeat, the dominant second trophic level in lake ecosystem. That is option, it is zooplankton. Zooplankton, it is depends on the phytoplankton, right? It is a second trophic level in the pond in aquatic ecosystem that represents the lake ecosystem. Is the best example for aquatic ecosystem. Next one, this is this type of question they will ask in the NEET exam. Now carefully you can see, student. So in the following diagram, the diagram of pyramids are shown here. You already know in this one. Which one of the pyramid number in the temperate forest? So option C is the temperate forest only. No, it is always upright and inverted. Upright and inverted. This is inverted, no, and this is about the upright, no. So the C option is the best example for the temperate forest. C is the correct option. Next one. Next one. What is the relation between food web and stability of ecosystem? Food web and the stability of ecosystem. The options are higher the complications of the web, higher the stability of the system. So what is the relation between the food web and the stability of ecosystem represent? Higher the complication of web, higher the stability of system. This is about the basic relation between the food web and the stability of ecosystem. The next question, student, that is 18th one. Which of the following one is a correct for food chain? Food chain, what is the food chain is the correct one only. Now A option you can see, grass is a producer, grasshopper is the primary consumer, frog is a secondary consumer, this is a snake, it is a tertiary consumer, and the hawk is that top carnivore. Right, student? So the correct option for the A is represent the correct for a food chain. Now B option you can see, student. First it is actually grasshopper is given, followed by grass. See, it is in this area only it is incorrect, no, and followed by snake, followed by frog, hog. So this is arrangement would be wrong. And now you can see top carnivore, it is a C option. You can see it comes first, and followed by grasshopper, grass, frog and snake. This arrangement is also wrong for food chain. And the frog, D option you can see, the frog, snake, hawk, grasshopper, and the last it is a grass is given. So it is also incorrect option. So the correct option would be here is A is the correct option. 19th student, 19th question. Pyramid of energy is always represent upright. Okay, the pyramid of ecosystem, it is always represents the unidirectional, but pyramid of energy, it is always represent upright only. Next, another important student, the flow of energy in ecosystem, it is always unidirectional. It is always unidirectional. So students, I hope you cleared today's zoology session paper. So is there any doubt today's session? Please raise your doubts now in the chat, in the form of the chat. Very good afternoon, Jayashree. So you have any doubt? Please raise your doubt here. Yes, you have any doubt? Okay, fine. So I hope you today paper you are performed well. So if you have any doubt today's session paper, please consult me. Definitely I will approach your doubts. Right? Thank you, student. Thank you all. Okay. Have a good day. Thank you.